Good morning. This is Arlene Arnold, and I'm here with the focus of the week. And today is September 23rd, 2019. And we have a very interesting combination of cards today. And some of it is speaking to me as to what I've gone through, and perhaps it will be speaking to you as to what you've been going through. Anyway, for those of you who have the color cards and luminaries, I'm going to give you the page to turn to, and it will make more sense to you there. I want you to know that I do this each week as a way of using some of the tools that we have to understand what's going on and to really be able to work with the energies that are here and the things that are happening to us. So I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see the cards as I'm talking to you about them. So it will take me a moment. All right, and what we're going to do is see this in its full glory. There it is. Okay, so the two that we're working with today are the lesson in brown and the luminary called Crystalline. So the lesson in brown, you can take it from what's on the card, but there's also something very specific in the book that I want to refer to, but the two of them work together. So own your own worth. If that really speaks to you, work with that. The one that I'm going to highlight today is on page 41. And that is one of the lessons in brown is feeling stuck. I don't know about you, but I have felt stuck for a while. And it was only today that things started to open up and make sense to me as to what it is that I need to be focusing on. So I want to read this to you and take it in for what it might have as a message for you. Do you feel like you are walking through deep mud? Yes, I have. Today, less so. And I've had a torn meniscus, so that has certainly affected my walking. Is every step difficult? Sometimes. Every move forward full of pain? Sometimes. Brown may be teaching you to stop, and that has certainly been true of me. It's don't continue to do everything the way you have been doing. Stop. Look into yourself to see what you are avoiding. Okay, that's been tough for me to find because, as many of you know, I've done a lot of work on myself. So finding this one was particularly interesting. And it was just today that I feel like I now have an understanding of what it is that I am avoiding, or not avoiding so much as I just didn't see and didn't understand what was there. And you know, in the process of healing, the first step is to find out what it is you're dealing with so that you have something to focus on. So what have you been unwilling to look at within yourself? So again, it might not be an unwillingness, it might have been just that you couldn't find it. Ask the pain to show you what you need to face within yourself. So use the pain, don't just avoid the pain. And that I'm saying that to myself as well as to you. Feel the mud. So if we feel like we're walking through the mud, instead of being upset with it, let's feel it, wriggle your toes in it. Don't blame it for holding you back. Learn this lesson so you may move on. So we can see the mud as part of what's really helping us, because it will not let us go forward until we find out what this is that's holding us back. That's been my experience. I suspect it is the experience of many of you who are watching this. So just know that just keep going and keep asking for help. And what we can do is we can ask Crystalline for help, which is really an amazing luminary. So I want to speak to you a little bit about this as well. And for those of you who have the luminaries, look on page 32. So I'm going to read quite a bit of this because so much of it really is important to us right now. From the place of crystalline octaves, carriers of the brilliant light of home offer to sprinkle your dreams with their wisdom and soften the land with their love. Call on them. They come to help inspire, transform, and reform this world through the vibrations of light. So even if you don't know what that is, the crystalline, the carriers of the brilliant light of home that are part of the crystalline octaves, just your intention of connecting to them will allow you to call on them. So I'm calling on them for myself as well. Now that I have some understanding of what the issue is, I'm calling on the crystalline carriers of the brilliant light of home. I'm calling on them to help elucidate it. Help me see it for what it is. Help me to find a way to heal this, which means not avoiding it, but understanding it and beginning to use what I find there as a part of my evolution. So I'm very grateful for this, even though there have been times when I was really upset with it. And I just could not understand why I couldn't get to the bottom of it. All right, so then embrace this refracted light of home. Shine this crystalline light into every cell of the body and expand it out through the heart. Project this brilliance to the crystalline grid of communication that connects all to all. Light begets light, awakening all. Like a persistently glowing star, you may now shine the way for those who would choose to remember. So many times when we're going through something ourselves, it's an opportunity for us to heal and evolve, and it's an opportunity to put that energy out into the world, and others may take advantage of that as well. So let's just take a moment and do what it's suggesting here. So embrace this refracted light of home. So go to this picture and just feel yourself embracing that energy, allowing that energy to come into your heart center. Just feel this beautiful crystalline energy in the center of you. And this is the brilliant light of home. This is the energy from source. This is the energy from the innate part of the earth. All of this is part of what is available to us right here, right now. Now breathe into this. Breathe into this beautiful crystalline energy that's now in your heart, and feel it as a ball of energy there. And as you breathe into it, notice that it begins to expand, and it's moving into every cell in your body. And then as you breathe out, it's moving out into your energy field. And as it gets brighter and brighter in your energy field, it sends its rays out into the world. So it's healing you at a cellular level, and it's also moving this energy out into the world. And then we're being asked to project that through the crystalline grid. So there's a grid, an energy grid, that is communication between us. And especially I feel that communication with other light workers, meaning those who are embracing who they truly are and are working on this evolution of moving into higher and higher frequencies. And as I learn something, I intentionally send it out through this grid so that others can pick up on this. And many of us are working on the same thing. So if all of us put that through the grid, it really impacts so many of us. So just imagine that you're sending this through this beautiful crystalline grid, making it available for all of those who need this or desire this, are available and willing to use this or bring it into themselves. Light begets light, awakening all. Like a persistently glowing star, you may now shine the way for those who would choose to remember. So you are a shining star. I'm a shining star. We are together shining this beautiful crystalline energy, and we are just working with it to, it isn't even dissolve at this point. It's come into an integration of what it is that we're learning. And that learning has come through the color brown. and it's giving us a sense of what it is that has kept us stuck. And when we're stuck, a lot of times that affects our self-worth. So it's helping us to get clear about what is there. It's shining the light on that for us. And it's also helping us to integrate this and to be part of this shift into higher and higher frequencies. That is what we're involved in. And this place where we get stuck often keeps us from the next step in our evolvement. It's, at least that's how I had felt. It had also kind of put everything on pause in terms of my work. So now that I have a better understanding of what it is that I'm working on, now I can begin to integrate that understanding into me. And with the help of the crystalline energy, I can begin to have that be a part of what is true for me in terms of my understanding and in terms of my evolvement. So that is what we can do with these two cards today. They have a lot to say to us, and you may want to watch this video a couple times just to really take this in and work with it. And I'm so glad that you're here and that we can do this together, because we really support each other as we do the work together. So I'm just wishing you a very wonderful week, and I'm going to go back here so that I can talk to you directly. So I'm just wanting you to know that you're not alone, and that you have so much help around you, and all of us are here for each other. So please feel free to use what is here for your highest good and for your evolvement. And until next week, this is Arlene Arnold, and I hope you will visit our website at transformationaltools.com.